All righty, welcome to the Flipside, folks. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie.
And what we're going to be doing today is we're playing a two-player game of a game that's been on my shelf of opportunity. Shall I put it that way? It's a shelf of shame, really. What a shelf of shame is, if you don't know, that basically means that we've purchased the game and it has sat unplayed since that event. So
Right.
we are rectifying that situation at this point. It is leaving the shelf of shame at this point. So
I brought it to game night once, but realized I didn't know how to play it. So
that's happened before as well. Nayakuza.
now you go right to the
And
zone.
it's because I had looked at the game and I had looked at the rules and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is
I can
easy.
do this.
That was a few months ago at that point. So it's like, we are rectifying a situation. Howdy, howdy, David Brownlee says. Steamers West tomorrow. That is correct. Are you going to be there, man? Hopefully so. It's been a while. Been too long, sir. Mary Beth is here. Good to see you. Tom is here. Good to see you too. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. So what we're doing here is, like I said, we're playing in the footsteps of Marie Curie. This is from a company called Sorry, We Are French.
It's a great name.
I love the humor that's packed into that. It's also distributed here in America by Hatchet Board Games. Or Studio H might be another, but I think Studio H is a different kind of game. But these are basically family weight games that take you through the life of, or some of the activities of, the life of a prominent historical figure. Mm-hmm. Marie Curie being the person that researched radiation and the different medical treatments that you can use.
Discovered, really.
Well, discovered. I think she got cancer from it, though.
She did.
Which is...
She did die from her studies.
Unfortunate. But there's another one in this series called In the Footsteps of Darwin, which takes... which traces his world travels and research and stuff like that. And it's a very simple, lightweight game, but it also packs a pretty good educational punch, which is one of the things that I liked about it. And I think one of the things you like about it as well.
I do.
So when I saw that this was coming out, I wanted to purchase it, so I did. And then it sat on my shelf. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to like it.
I mean, yeah.
Because we like the series that it's in.
We like the game company.
We like the game company.
The art is nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's
all the things.
I don't think there's anything here that we're not going to like. So there's that, and that's one of the reasons why it kind of sat on my shelf. Sometimes when you have games sitting on your shelf, you might be a little apprehensive. Because if you play it and you don't like it, you're going to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So have that for what it's worth. David says, I'll be there. Our government overloads have installed speed trap cameras on I-90. Overlords.
Oh, dear.
That's what it meant to say. Our government overlords, yes. Plan accordingly. Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, We Are French also produces Iki, which I recall was pretty fun. I don't think I've ever played that game, but I'm interested because of the company. That's one of the things about it. The company is one. If you like games that they have produced in the past, it's possible that you'll like the games that they produce in the present and eventual future. So that is cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started so that we can kind of have a grasp. We actually kind of read the rule book together while we were watching our son practice flag football. And so we pretty much know what's going on, but we're going to share that information with you all. So here we go down to the table.
We have sound. Everything's working.
Yeah, everything's working. Everything's good. And we are live. I'm getting a call from Aiden. As
Of
soon
course.
as I hit
Go
live.
take that and take your mic off.
I'll
scooch over.
So yeah, go ahead and do that.
I'm in the power seat. I need my booster seat. I can't reach.
Just a second.
Turn your mic off. Hold on. Okay. What's up? I'm going live. Installed speed trap cameras on 990. Do you know where the speed trap cameras are on 990 specifically? I know the Kittitas Valley coming in Ellensburg has quite a few. I'm looking forward to this game. The instructions looked easy. So we'll get back to the table as soon as Sam gets off the phone with Hayden. We were just talking about him. We were at his flag football practice while reading the instructions. So, oh, David is going to bring Iki to game night, and let's go to Japan. I know. Mary Beth says I got the power sitting in the power chair. The problem is sitting in the power chair is all the stuff is here, and I'm like, I gotta like, this is where Sam is at. There's no way I'm up that high. But, you know what I should do is just mess with his chair, so when he comes back, he won't do that. When we get in the car, we have a total discrepancy. I used a booster seat, and I just take the booster seat out when he climbs in. So if I just scoot the chair like way forward, he won't be able to climb back in. And he'll make the face. Are we not, David, do we not have sound? Vanessa is at trivia. Oh. When the music is loud at trivia, it's hard to hear trivia too. Okay. Sound is good. Everyone says our sound is good. All okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine. Just.
We have to pick him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it'll be good. It's all good. All right, here we go. Vanessa G, hello everyone. Just stopping in to say hi. I'm currently at trivia and the music is too loud to hear anything. Enjoy your play. See you later, Vanessa. Go girl, you got the power.
I did. I told him I was in the power chair.
Okay, so David's going to bring Iki.
And let's go to Japan.
What's that?
And let's go to Japan.
And let's go to Japan. Oh, we know that game, don't we? Don't we, Thomas? We know all about let's go to Japan. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to move this a little bit so that it's out from underneath the logo. All right, okay. We're good to go. All right, so here is the board setup. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to continue playing the game. I'm going to be the start person because it actually says the person who last did a scientific experiment gets to go first. And I would imagine that was probably me because I was in high school after you were.
True, but I do STEM science all the time. But I'm going to pass it on to you anyway. No!
Yeah, that's what I thought. Uh-huh.
But we do STEM and science projects every week.
Well, there you have it. Okay,
but
so you go first.
No, I'm not going first.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So, I know she doesn't like to go first. That's why I put it over here. Anyway, this is the first player token. So I'm going to go first, then she's going to go, then I'm going to go, then she's going to go, and so forth and so on until this thing gets all the way over here, and then we see who has the most points.
Cool.
Whoever has the most points is the winner. There are tiebreakers based upon what are the different kinds of elements, how many you have left over in your something. I can't remember what it's called.
Flat bottom.
They're called. They're called.
Beaker.
It is a beaker.
This one's a beaker. This is a round bottom.
It's called an Erlenmeyer flask.
Flask.
Erlenmeyer flask is a conical shaped glass flask widely used in laboratories, created by German chemist Emil Erlenmeyer, who gave it his name. Its shape allows the flask to be stoppered with a cork to mix, preserve, or limit the evaporation of a solution.
That's this one. This is the flask.
Yeah, the Erlenmeyer flask.
Erlenmeyer flask. I
so
knew
anyway,
that.
So I just had to compose my thoughts. So this guy is going to be moved from place to place based on different things that are going on. Whenever you see this symbol, basically, that means that you're going to move this marker. So generally speaking, that's what's going to happen. And then you're going to be scoring points for different things. That's why we have these tokens here. So your tokens are going to be a number of these different things. You're also going to get tokens from completing your starting goal. The activity cards are going to give you victory points sometimes based upon how you score them, and so forth and so on. Some of these journal writings will also give you points, but so forth and so on. So what's going to happen here is that on your turn, you're going to do these four things in order. And then each of those four things have other things that you possibly might be able to do. But the first one is you're going to, let me see what it's called. I want to make sure that I get all of the terminology correct.
Well, these are scientific terms.
So first of all, we're going to go to the workshop. And the workshop is this little board right here. And what that basically means is we're going to take these 4 cubes, or if you're up here, you're going to take those 3 cubes, and you're simply going to drop them into the cube tower. Anything that comes out is now something that you can possibly use. But that's all you do in the first thing is we visit the workshop, we take cubes that the workshop tells us to put in there and drop it into the cube tower. Whatever comes out, we now have the ability on the second part during the research phase to either take some of those elements, and you can only take a maximum of 3 at the beginning of the game, denoted by this little thing right here, and put them into your Erlenmeyer flask. All right, now at the end of your turn, this number right here is how many cubes you can have in your Erlenmeyer flask at the end of your turn. It's the maximum number of things that you can have. All right, so whatever comes out after you drop cubes into the cube tower, and the cube tower is designed in such a way that it will stop cubes from falling out, and it will possibly have cubes fall out as well. The ones that get stopped could come out on future turns and so forth and so on. So anything that comes out here is not necessarily going to be exactly what you dropped into the top. All right, so we can either, in the research phase, we can take elements, where basically collect resources, or we can write a thesis. And a thesis is simply it means you're going to take the top one of these and place it onto your board. Once you've taken a 1, then you can take a 2. Once you've taken a 1 and a 2, then you can take a 3, and so forth and so on. You always have to take the lowest one that you do not have.
Right.
All right? So that's what you can do in the research phase. Then you go over to the, what is it called? The experimentation phase, which is number 3, which allows you to do a number of different things. What you can do is you can first of all purchase an activity card. So you can purchase an activity card over here. The activity card's cost is up here. The kind of card that it is shown here, and the reward you're going to get is shown down here. When you have the bonus based on the number of cards that you're going to get when you take this card. All right. So the first one that you take off of each of these different kinds of cards won't give you anything. But then the second one, for example, if this was the second workshop card that I took, I have one already, so I would be able to take a black cube and move the marker once.
Got it.
Make sense?
Got it.
All right. So that's the first thing that you can do in the experimentation phase is purchase an activity card. The second thing you can do is transform your resources, and your resources are transformed using this diagram right here. Basically, you're able to take 2 blacks and turn it into a gold. You can take 2 golds and turn it into a silver, or you can take 2 silver and a gold and turn it into 1 point. There is also, if someone has the Marie Curie token, it also has a transformation on it where you can take 2 silver and turn it into a point. And then whoever has this at the end of the game, it gives them a point as well.
Nice.
Now, I just used the colors. They all have different things. This is uranium, this is radium, and this is pitch blende. All right, so there you have it.
I have a question here. I'm sorry. Is this an action where we can do this or this and this?
It is, you can do the following actions in any order you choose. The only thing that you can only do once is purchase an activity card.
Okay.
You can only purchase 1 activity card per turn, but you can do as many transformations as you want. And then the last thing that you can do on this phase is validate 1 or more experiment tiles, which are these things here. When you validate an experiment tile, you're basically going to perform the transformation that's there. And then once you've done that, you're going to flip it over and it's going to provide an addition. So for example, if I validate this experiment, I'm going to take 2 pitch blende and turn them into uranium, and then that will allow me to flip this over. Now I'm able to hold 4 cubes in my Erlenmeyer flask and not just 3. If I do one of these, for example, if I have this one right here, I would take 4 uranium, take an activity card and the Marie Curie token. That would flip this over. And now, when I'm taking resources from the cube tower, I can take 4 instead of just 3.
Got it.
And you'll continue to add to that. Additionally, you're going to be able to get a victory point whenever you have a pair of beaker and round flask.
Sure.
Together. So this is going to get you 1 point. If you have a pair here, that'll get you a point, and a pair here will get you 1 point as well.
Awesome.
All right.
Check your chat.
I will. Just a second.
And we can get those by validating, which it just seems like you just pay the cost. No. You can just get one.
Yeah, just a second. Well, you're going to get them, I believe, based upon these things up here.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So, for example, whenever this moves over here like that,
then you can do this.
You're going to be able to take either this or that.
Got it.
Let's check the conversation. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. We have a science lesson also. Jessie does an experiment on her kids. With her kids.
Yes, with my kids.
Back. Sound is good. All right. Erlenmeyer flask from Breaking Bad sold for $2,240.
Wow.
Wow. And I thought gamers were responsible spenders. Oh, my goodness. Dustin Webb is here. Good evening. Good evening. Robert Newman is here. Hello, sir. Good to see you. And let's see. Why am I not able to scroll to the bottom of the chat? I don't see it.
Are you on live chat?
Well, this isn't usually up here. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm usually here. Got it. Understood. All right. I was on like the regular actual stream window and not the actual one where I can see all of the chat better. Okay. Another thing that you can do.
This is different than yours.
Yes, because your starting is different. There are 4 different starting ones, and they're randomly determined at the beginning of the game. All right. Next, when you are doing the validating these experiments, you can also validate your objective as well. And if you validate your objective, like what this one means for me is that once I have one of each of these 5 types of cards, I can validate this, and I'm gonna turn it over, and it's gonna give me 2 points.
Yep.
All right. Yours is once you have
4 theses.
Yeah, one of all 4 of the theses. Then you're going to get a point, and you can turn that over.
Cool.
So that's how that goes. So that's the experimentation phase. Then we go over to the rest phase. And the rest phase is where we will first of all check to make sure we are not breaking our storage limit for our Erlenmeyer flask. And then we will move this following the arrow that's on there to go to the next round. The only time that this will fire off is when it is when we move it to a spot that has it during that fourth rest phase.
Sure.
It does not happen right now when
because it was already there.
Because it was already
there. Got
there.
it.
Correct. All right. So 1867. That's where we are. Birth. Maria Solomia Sklodowska was born on November 7th, 1867 in Warsaw, in a part of Poland then under Russian control, where the Polish language was banned. She came from a noble, patriotic, and educated family, with a father who was a professor of physics and mathematics, and a mother who was a teacher. They did not hesitate to enroll their children in schools where they could clandestinely study Polish. There you have it. That's 1863. And yes, I am going to read every single time. No, I don't know if I'll remember that. But anyway, this goes back out here. All right. So first things first, we go to the workshop. So we take 4 black cubes and we drop them into the cube tower. All right. So now I can either I can write a thesis, or I can take up to 3 of these and put them into my Erlenmeyer flask to be used for things later on. All right. So I think what I'm going to do now, these journals here, I'll show one that we're probably not going to get to. They have different things on them. Like if I wrote this thesis, then I would be able to add one of these 2 things to my thingy-madoogie hopper. So maybe I want to do that. Maybe I don't. I don't know. We'll see. I think right now, however, that I'm just going to write a thesis. So I take a thesis, I turn it over. What does it do? It gives me a pitch blend, and then I put that over right there. Now I go on to the experimentation phase, where I can do transformations, purchase cards, so forth and so on. I think I'll use my 1 pitch blend to purchase this card right here. And it will go into the column that matches its symbol, which is right here. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and push it all the way in just like that. All right, so now I have one of those. That is my experimentation phase. Now I go on to, if I had other things that I could do, if I had more elements, I'd be able to do more things, but I can't. So this will flip out like that. And now I go to my rest phase, where I look at this and I don't have any, so I'm good there. And I move this. Now it's your turn. These stay out here until they get used.
Okay. So we take 2 of these, of the pitch blend, and 1
uranium.
Oh!
You can only take 3 if you wish. So you're done with this. Now you go to this. You can either write a journal, or I'm sorry, what
or collect the pieces.
Or I can collect pieces. Thesis, write a thesis, or collect pieces. And you can only take up to 3. All right. Now you go over to experimentation. So you can use these to purchase one of these. You can do transformations.
I'm going to do a transformation, turn into pitch blend for 1.
Look at you. All right. So you're done with this. Well, I mean, technically you did the transformation.
Right.
Now you could purchase if you wish.
Sure.
You could get this one. It's up to you.
Sure.
All right. So you just use 1.
I chose 1. Yep.
And that's a workshop card. So double check your Erlenmeyer flask, and then move this up here. Now this movement opens up
I think.
And this will move over here. So what happens? In 1883, every player draws one beaker or round bottom flask, experiment tile, and places it on their placement board. So, I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to choose to do one of these round, what are they called? Round bottom flat? No, beaker. This is a beaker. That's a round bottom flask. You're doing a round bottom flask. And flip it over. So this means that if I turn 2 uranium into 2 pitch blend, then I'll be able to flip this over and I'll be able to take 4 instead of 3.
And I'm assuming you turn them back into the stock. Yep. Got it.
Gold medal at school. Following the deaths of her mother and her eldest sister from illness, Maria took refuge in her studies where she excelled. For her secondary school diploma, she received a gold medal. However, she could not continue her education since universities were forbidden to women in her country. Maria and her sister Bronia then made a pact. Both would go to study in Paris, while her sister Bronia went first to study medicine. Maria stayed in Warsaw to work as a governess to support both of them and save money for her future studies. There you go.
Cool.
So we are done with that. Now I'm going to take 3 pitch blend and 1 uranium. I'm going to definitely take those. And I think, oh, another one of these comes out. And so I think I am going to, in my experimentation phase, I'm going to trade those 2 in for one of these. And then I think I'm going to use this pitch blend to purchase this card. And since I already have one, I get to write another thesis. So I'm going to take the second one, and that's going to give me another one. Now this is kind of weird because now that I have 2, the next one I take from this kind doesn't give me anything. But if I take a third one and then I take a fourth one and now I have 3 cards, when I take that fourth one, it's going to let me write another thesis. So it's kind of a strange thing there. Anyway. So this one gives me a uranium, which is actually pretty cool. And that goes here. I'm still in the experimentation phase, yeah. So now I'm going to use these 2 and turn them into pitch blend, which allows me to flip that over. And now I can take 4 things instead of just 3. And then we go over here. Do I have 3 or less? Yes, I do. This moves over here like that. And it's your turn. Can you have more than 1 card in each column? Yes, as a matter of fact, that's the way you get better bonuses, by having more cards in each of the columns. Sam's cube tower skills are on par with his die rolling.
Okay, well.
Yeah, you can take all 3 of those.
And it's only at the end of my turn.
That's correct.
So I can do that. Okay, so I'm taking that, not buying a thesis.
Yep.
And then I'm going to switch these 2 for one of these.
Okay.
And switch these 2 for one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And is there another card that would have come over?
Yep. Oh, another thing that we haven't mentioned yet is that these transformations cannot go in reverse. They can only go from left to right. They can't go from right to left. There you go.
Okay, I do not want a card. Okay. And I already transformed my things.
Yep. And you can't do that.
Nope.
So you go over here. You have less than 3, so you're good. And this goes down here like that.
Yep. Yep.
All right, and then that moves this one more time. So I believe both of us are going to be able to, each player takes 1 pitch blend from the supply and places it in their Erlenmeyer flask. I keep butchering this thing. All right, 1891, arrival in Paris. In November 1891, Maria finally arrived in Paris at the age of 24 and enrolled at the University of La Sorbonne, to continue her studies as she wished. There we go. So now we're going to take 2 of these and 2 of these. Droppy. I'll take all 3. Actually, I could take 4. Isn't that special? And my goodness, what I'm going to use for all this stuff. I think I'll go 2. I'm in experimentation now. 2 for 1. And then I think I'm going to use 1 of each to purchase this card. This guy will go right under here, like so. Another one comes out. And then I've got 3, which I think I'm pretty good with. And so I have my storage limit. Now, this is going to move over this way, but it's going to go to this spot, which means that we flip this over to its second side. And then this goes right here, which makes this go here. So this one allows us to use a pitch blend to take a round bottom flask or a beaker. I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can, or you don't have to. It
has to be on your turn. Or is it right there?
No, it says players who wish may spend 1 pitch blend to draw a beaker or round bottom flask experiment tile, 1 per player. The spent cube is returned to the supply.
Okay, so I'm going to take 1 of those.
And while you start doing your turn, 1893, degree in physical studies. Maria, who was very hardworking, obtained her degree in physical sciences with honors and finished first of her class. At the time, there were only about 3% of women in the Faculty of Sciences at La Sorbonne. In life, nothing is to be feared. Everything is to be understood. Interesting. All right. Are you allowed to kick the table leg when dropping cubes? No, David, you're not. All right, so I used 1 of mine, and I'm going to take 1 of these things, and that goes over there.
And you have like easy ones. I have hard ones.
But it's your turn.
Cool. So 2 pitch black and 1 of each.
Yep. Iridium and uranium.
Iridium and uranium.
Look at you. You got 1 of each. That's exactly what you needed. Look at you.
3. Okay. So that I can do. That's this. I gathered my resources.
Yep. Now you're in experimentation, so you can purchase cards, only 1.
Right.
And then you can do any number of transportations and any number of validations.
Okay, so I will convert these to validate this.
Okay.
Which is 1 of each.
You flip that over, and that gets you a point.
Woo!
And now you can hold 4 things.
And now I can hold 4 things, which is better.
Oh, what does that mean?
And then, this is this phase. I cannot convert anything else. So, I think that is all I can do. And then I'm here.
Yep.
Which is the rest phase, and I'm within my number.
This comes up here.
Cool.
On my turn, I'm going to take 1, 2, and 3.
Whoa! Well then.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Well then.
I can take 4 too. What do I need?
Is this? You can take up to 4, so I have to complete that.
No, you can take up to 3.
Right, and this is...
Once you validate it, you'll be able to take up to 4.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now the problem is that I still have to be in my storage capacity at the end of my turn. So taking a whole bunch of stuff doesn't really mean a whole lot.
Yeah.
All right, so that is this. Now I go to my experimentation phase. Well, first of all, I'm going to use one of my uranium to validate this experiment, which means that I get to take one of the 4 face up.
Yeah, you're going to kick my butt.
For free. And I'm going to do this one right here. And then this comes over here. Now that was the validation part. That wasn't a purchase. You can only purchase once
per turn. Yep.
But in this particular case, because I validated this, I'm going to be able to get 2. And those 2 are the ones that I kind of need. So I'm going to use this guy to take this one and put this over here like so. And another one comes out here like that.
Cool.
Don't have anything else. I'm at my capacity, so I'm good to go there. And so this comes here. And another one goes, boom, 1864. What we got here. 1864 doesn't have a thing, but meeting Pierre Curie. Love is in the air. While working on the magnetic properties of various steels under somewhat Spartan conditions, Maria met Pierre Curie, a physicist known for his work on magnetism and piezoelectricity, who was also a professor at the Municipal School of Industrial Physics and Chemistry of Paris. They began to collaborate, and this meeting changed the course of their lives. That year, Maria also obtained a degree in mathematical sciences and finished 2nd of her class. You cannot hope to build a better world without improving the individuals, Marie Curie says. Your turn, madam.
Cool. And we're here, right? You moved it. Did we move that, or is that the right one?
Yeah, no, that's the one you take. So you're going to take 2 uranium, a radium, and a what is the name of that one? Pitch blend. Pitch blend. Doug is here. What's up, Doug? All right. So you can take up to 3.
For me.
I know which ones you should take.
Right. Well, I gotta take this one.
Yes.
I gotta take this one.
Yes.
And then I take one of these. No, I take one of this one. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one.
Okay. All right. So that was this, and now you're on experimentation. So you can purchase cards, or you can do transformations and validations.
And it can be in any order. So first I'm gonna do is turn these 2 uranium into 1 radium. And then I'm going to turn these 2 radium and 1 uranium to 1 point.
Okay.
And
oh, I forgot to get myself a point.
oh,
Sorry.
nice.
Because I did the
I
pair.
probably should have done that instead. Oh well.
What?
I should have done that instead. But oh well.
If you want to rewind,
Nope.
you can.
I'm not doing that.
This is a
I can't
learning game.
process that. I don't even remember all of that.
I can help you rewind it.
Stop. We're fine.
All right.
And that's this action. I guess I should take a card because they're good for me, but then I have no resources. So I'm not going to get a card.
Okay.
That brings me here.
Yep. And then this.
That just goes over there.
Here. So I'm going to take 3 pitch blend.
Well, you have a lot of pitch blend.
So now I can take 4, which I'll take these 4 right here. And do I want to take those? Maybe I don't. What do I need? I need that. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to leave these over here. And I'm going to do a journal instead, or a theses instead.
Yeah, I don't have any.
The theses allows me to get a pitch blende and a uranium and move this. So this allows you to spend a radium to get a point. I don't have any radium. What about you? You want to spend yours?
I don't want to.
You don't want to. This is 1895. Marriage to Pierre Curie. Maria decided to return to her native country to reunite with her family and teach as she had always wished. Pierre Curie, in love with the young woman, asked her to come back and become his wife. The couple married in Sceaux on July 26, 1895. She then became Marie Curie. When you receive this letter, your Maria will have changed her name. When you receive this letter, write to me as Madame Curie, School of Physics and Chemistry, 42 Rue Le Monde. That is what I will be called from now on. Marie Curie to her friend Kasia. There you go. So that was because of this. That gets turned over and goes there. And did you purchase a point?
No.
I didn't either. Okay.
I'm gonna not.
So that was because of this, and now I'm here. So I'm going to spend, I'm going to spend a uranium to purchase this card right here, which is the last one of my 5. So I'm going to get 2 points for that. And that gets flipped over. So I've finished my goal objective. Now, this is going to come out here, and I think I'm going to use these two, transform them into that, and now I have 4, which is all I can have, and that comes down here. This goes over here. All right, so what does that mean? My goodness, 1897. Players with only one thesis.
I don't have any. Neither of us have it, so.
Oh, that's true.
So.
Take 1 uranium from the supply and place it in their Eldermeyer flask. Players with 2 or more take 1 radium.
I clearly need to do that.
There you go.
So, I'm not doing very good.
It's okay, babe.
But I'm enjoying it. Okay, so I take 2 of these and 2 of these.
2 uranium came out.
Yes, they did.
1.21 gigawatts.
So I'm taking 2 uranium and 1 radium.
You can take up to 4.
I can't. I haven't completed
Oh,
that.
that's right. You're right. I'm sorry.
No. So I can take these. And then I really need to get those, but I'm just focusing on little things. Whatever. So I'm going to turn these 2 into 1 radium. Oh, and I still don't have a black.
It's okay. Just wait till next turn then.
Yep. That's all I can do.
Or,
And there isn't one out there.
oh, that's right.
So.
Yeah, but I was just saying that you could get one if you purchased that.
I don't have that. I mean.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right, so you're done here. Go here. You're within your 4. So this goes over to this, which flips this over. Again, goes here, and now this goes here. What does that mean?
Repeat.
1898, place the 4 available activity cards from the main board underneath the draw pile and replace them with 4 new cards.
Okay.
So these 4 cards go away.
Cool. I don't have any cards. I gotta really diversify what I'm trying to do here.
With 4 new ones. There you go. All right. 1898. Wait, that's a
1898.
Yeah, 1898. And we skipped some stuff. Discovery of polonium and radium. Pierre Curie set aside his own research to join Marie Curie in her study of radiation. Thanks to Baron Henri de Rothschild's financial support, they imported several tons of pitchblende, the primary uranium ore, from Bohemia. By refining this ore, they managed to isolate not one, but two new elements present in very small quantities. Polonium, named in honor of Poland, on July 18th, and radium on December 26th, 1898. The spontaneous radiation of these elements, their radioactivity, a term coined by Marie Curie, is of the same nature as that of uranium, but much more intense. For example, polonium would be 400 times more radioactive than uranium.
Wow.
Holy cow.
400 times.
All right. So that was this after finishing your turn, right? So now I need to take 4 and holy pitchblende, Batman. So I'll go ahead and take my 4 pitchblende. And
Ow.
Let's see. I don't want to do any of those things. Oh, I do want to do that though. All right, so I'll do 1 and I'll do 1 and 1. So I'll do 1 uranium, 1 pitchblende, and
wow, you had a lot of extra pieces this turn.
this
Jeez
will
Louise.
come here.
How did you keep those from all that turn?
I had 4, and we got 1 in
Yes.
between my turns.
Yes.
And so at the end of this turn, I have to be down to 4.
But 4 plus 1 is not 7.
I took 4 more.
Oh, got it.
All right, so I'm going to take
I was
this one
like,
right here.
how is that math?
What am I doing?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay, so I have 1. I got another one of these things. I have 1, so I get one of these or one of those. So I'm going to take one of these instead. Oh my goodness.
You have 4 of what? You get those. Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then a uranium.
Yeah, to validate that.
To validate this, and that gets me 1 point. And then I can carry.
It only gets you 1 point if you have the other one. Oh.
There's a point on there.
Oh, there was a point on mine too.
I think you got it.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Did you?
I don't know.
I don't think you did. You should have. All right, there we go.
Maybe I did. I will just assume I did.
Well, okay. Well, that's the end of this. Go here. I'm within my thing, and so it comes up here. 2 and 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And even though I need these and I need those.
And so now you're here.
Yeah.
You can validate
so
now.
First, I'm gonna validate this.
That gets you this.
It gets me 1 point.
And 1 point, right?
And this. What is this?
So that's going to get you one of your choice of these 2 things.
I want one of these.
Okay. Flip it over. There you go. Oh.
And where does this go? Does this?
No,
it goes away.
Here.
Oh.
Because now you can't take 1s anymore.
Oh, I got it. Okay. A card and my point.
Yep.
Which I just got.
Flip it over.
And then I get another point because they are both together.
Correct.
Okay.
We're still in the experimentation
Right,
phase.
so I can buy a card.
Well, look at what you have. If you change one of these into 3 pitchblende, you can go ahead and validate that one too.
Okay, so 1 into 3. And then validate this.
Yep.
So I just did that.
Now you can carry 5, but now if you wanted to, you can also purchase a card.
And I could still upgrade these.
You could.
Right? Well, I'm going to use my uranium to buy a card.
Okay.
And then...
Okay, that gets you something. Gets you this.
One more, yes.
And it moves this, which means that you're going to get this and I'm going to get this. All right, and then...
and I'm still in this phase, so I could switch.
You could, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to switch 2 for 1.
There you go.
Because that puts me in my range.
Good to go?
Sure.
So now you're within your range, and this passes, which means this goes over here. So now we can take 1 uranium and 1 radium and turn it into a point if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
You can just do that. Okay.
I'm going to put these 4 in and get a 5.
Yeah, me too. Bing, bada bing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bada bada boop, 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 boop. Sure.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
So I'm going to take 3 of this and 1 of these. Okay. So I can take 4 still. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to worry about writing that 4th journal just yet. I need, let me see, I already have 2 of those. Is there any more of those out there? No, but I wanted it. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. What does that do? What does that do? 1904. 1904, return all cubes at the bottom of the tower to the supply. Ooh. That seems mean. There aren't any more of those, though. Dang it. I want So I can't do that. Don't have any of those. I have 2 of these. I really want another one of those things, but it's not out there yet. All right, well, I'm going to use 2 of these things to purchase this one. And that's going to put right here. I already have 1, so it gets me a uranium, like so. And so this comes out here. And I need to see, I got 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm good. So I'm good here. This brushes over here. So you're going to do that, that, and that. Forcing my employee Blake to suffer through this on our drive home. Not a game player yet. Come on, Blake. You can do it, buddy.
We'll convert you, Blake. All right, so I may take 4. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So now you're in experimentation. Oh, wait, what?
I should do a thesis, though, right?
It's up to you. Take it back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why'd you put those back there?
I took them from here. Oh. Shh, it's fine.
Okay, so you're taking a thesis and flip it over. And it allows you to take your choice of one of these.
So I will take one of these.
Okay, and then flip that over, that thesis over.
Okay, so that was that phase. And that's all I can do.
All right, that was this. And then you come here.
Oh,
so now you're in experimentation.
Sure. I will convert that, sure.
Okay. And you're under your storage limit, and so now we move this down here, which goes here, and that means all of these go back to the supply. All right, so I'm going to
Did you want to read the text, the flavor text for 1904?
Yep, might as well, because we need to find out why we missed all of our stuff. 1904, is that what it is? Radium is in fashion. In October 1904, Pierre Curie was appointed professor of a new chair of physics at La Sorbonne. This position came with a small laboratory in an annex of the university, with Marie Curie named as the director of research. On December 6th, Marie gave birth to the couple's second daughter, Eve. While radium had been used in clinical trials for the treatment of serious diseases such as cancer, the belief spread that low-dose exposure could be beneficial to health. Radium then became a worldwide fad, considered a new magic potion that could cure all ailments. This led to the development of an industry for its extraction and also for its use in various sectors. At that time, one could buy radium matches, rejuvenating creams, cigarettes, toothpaste. Can you imagine? Using nuclear minerals to brush your teeth. Baby powder, and even radium fountains to drink radioactive water.
I liked the baby powder one. That's just a great idea.
In France, the company
radioactive ingredients to the most sensitive parts of babies.
In France, the company Thoradia sold a radium-based beauty cream in pharmacies prescribed by a so-called Dr. Alfred Curie, who never existed. Containing small quantities of radium, it was supposed to erase facial wrinkles. Its slogan, "Science has created Thoradia to beautify women, for them to enjoy it. Who wants to remain ugly?" Fortunately, a gram of radium cost a fortune at the time. Most products touting its virtues contained only tiny quantities, probably tiny enough to remain harmless. However, in the 1920s, the marketing of the supposed radium-containing remedies caused numerous victims, especially in the United States. The most notorious case was that of Eben Byers, a steel magnate who died from radiation poisoning in 1932 after losing his jaw. Between 1927 and 1930, he drank nearly 1,400 bottles of Radithor, water containing radium salts, touted as a miracle cure with an energizing properties.
The radiation caused him to lose his jaw?
Looks like it.
Blah, blah.
All right, so here we go. Next turn.
That's why I don't buy beauty products.
Hey.
I think they're all like
okay, so I got
things.
4 things in here. Still don't have what I want out here. However, that's not bad to take. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this one for one of these. And that's going to go here. That gives me a radium and, I'm sorry, a pitch blend. And I get to move this. So I can spend a pitch blend. You can too, but you don't have it. To get one of these 2 different things, I'm going to get a beaker.
Okay, so that's 1906.
I'm going to put that over here. Oh yeah, 1906.
Wait, where are we at here? I'm confused. You're doing there. Okay.
Yeah. 1906.
I mean, I'm frequently confused.
Professor at La Sorbonne. On April 19th, 1906, Marie Curie died accidentally, struck by a horse-drawn vehicle. How fast was the vehicle going? My goodness. Deeply affected by this death, Marie, now a widow with 2 children to support, continued her work regardless, thanks to the support of her close ones. She replaced her husband in the chair of physics on November 5th, 1906. Numerous journalists, artists, political figures, and women of the high society attended her first lecture. Marie Curie became the official holder of the chair, now titled General Physics and Radioactivity, on November 16, 1908, thus becoming the first female professor at La Sorbonne and in all French universities.
Wow.
Okay, so now I'm going to, use a use a radium and turn it into a pitch blend and take this. I am also going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitch blend to turn that into 3 uranium.
Didn't you validate that? You did that.
I did.
So.
Turn that over.
And then take your point.
And I'll take my point for doing that. And so now I'm going to do 1, 2, for 2 radium. And then I'm going to use this 2 radium for 1 point. That was a lot for a little. But it could be done, so I wanted to try it out. And now I am here. Good to go. This needs to be flipped over. And this comes here. We'll flip this over. And this then goes here. And this flips over here. So 1910 allows you to take a uranium and turn it into a radium if you wish. And then you can begin, as I read, using those, that, and this.
Cool.
Where are we at? 1910?
I just dropped one.
Extraction of a gram of pure radium. Marie Curie managed to isolate a gram of radium in its pure metallic form and published the Treatise on Radioactivity, a foundational work of this new science. It took her an average of 3 tons of pitchblende to obtain a gram of radium. Wow. 3 tons.
That's
6,000 pounds of pitchblende to obtain 1 gram of radium.
Crazy.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so I'm going to oh no, I just collected resources. That was my bad. Okay, never mind. And then I'm here, and that's all I'm doing.
What's that?
And that's all I'm doing.
What did you do?
I collected resources instead of drawing a thesis.
Mm-hmm.
I collected.
Yep. Dropped it, collected.
Yeah.
Now you're here. What are you doing here?
Sure, I will take these 2 and turn it into this one.
Okay.
And then I will hold.
Hold. You're underneath your storage limit. And now this comes up here. And I will take 1 of each. Drop them in. I can take up to 5, so I'll take all 4. And still not what I want out there. Actually, is there? Nope. Okay, fine. Fine and dandy. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do 2 uranium for a radium. And then I am going to purchase one of these here things for, oh, dadgummit. Keep fine, I won't do that.
When your turn is done, you should check chat. Make sure that we're not missing anything.
No, we're not missing anything. People are just saying hi. Are the cards worth victory points at the end of the game?
I don't know. Probably, I would guess, because that would be...
At the end of the game, players count their victory point tokens, not forgetting the Marie Curie tile, which awards 1 victory point to the end. The game is triggered when the timeline marker reaches the last space. Complete the current round up to the last player in turn order, so that each player has the same number of turns. We count our victory point tokens, and whoever has the Marie Curie tile adds an additional. If there's a tie, then whoever has the most radium is the winner. If there's still a tie, whoever has the most uranium is the winner. And if there's still a tie, whoever has the most pitchblende is the winner. So, yeah. The cards are not worth anything. They're just used for in-game bonuses. Where was I? I did this.
Yeah, you collected.
Oh, I'm in this. Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I'm going to purchase anything over there. I think I will. I'll use 1 to purchase one of these guys. I already have one, which means that...
You get 1 point.
No, I already have 1, so I get to move this over like that, which 1911 allows us to use 2 radium to get 1 point. So you can decide if you're going to do that. You're not going to do that? All right. Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Marie Curie received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry awarded by the Stockholm Academy of Sciences for her work on radium and polonium. In her speech, she emphasized the importance of Pierre Curie's work and her results, just as he had done for her during his speech for the first Nobel Prize. She is not only the first woman to have received the Nobel Prize, but is also the only woman to have received two, and the only person to have been honored in two distinct scientific fields, physics and chemistry. She played a role in the creation of the Radium Institute, a research center in physics and chemistry at number 1 in the newly named Rue Pierre Curie, renamed in 1967 to Rue Pierre et Marie Curie, in the 5th arrondissement of Paris. I don't know. So there you have it. So Bing, do I have? Yeah, I have less than 5. This moves over here, and we go here, and then that means all of these. Actually, there should have been another one out here. All of those come to the bottom, and we get a refreshment. There we go.
Okay, so 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these.
Yes.
Thanks. Well, I can take 4.
Yep.
So I will.
All right.
And then
I would try to do that.
I can't.
You can. I think you can.
You can't go backwards. I need black to turn to gold.
Oh, that's right.
So I can't.
Crud nuggets.
Unless there's something that gives me a black. If I buy a card, is there anything that would give me a black?
It depends.
No, I only have that one category and there are none.
Yeah.
So,
But you can work on it for next round, possibly.
well, I only can keep 4, or 5. I can keep 5. So.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe it's not better for you to take all 4. Maybe it's better for you to write a thesis here and take whatever's on the back of that.
I don't remember what colors they were, though. I think they were...
Just put 4 back, whatever your best guess.
I think they were
It's
that.
fine.
Sure.
Okay, put it back. And write a thesis and see what's on the back of that.
All right.
Instead of taking.
Yeah. That's good. That gets me a black and a gold.
Okay.
So.
And now you're good underneath your storage limit. You don't have to get rid of anything. And that flips over, and that gets you closer to finishing this too. Yeah. So that was that, and now you're here, and and so now
I need to keep that. So.
Yeah, you do.
So.
So you're pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you're under your limit. This goes down here. And then we take 3 of this, dump it in. I can take 3, 4, 5. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. I'm going to do these 2 during the experimentation to get this one. And I already have 2 here, so that means I can take 1 of those. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Oh,
yeah, that's what all of mine have been. 3 and 4.
Smackers.
Yours have been like 1, and mine have all been 4. So I'm like,
All right, well, I'm going to turn these two pitch blend into 1 uranium to start working towards that. Good night in the morning. This flips over, and...
You're in this phase.
Yeah, I am. And then I'm going to use 2 radium. I'm going to use 2 radium and turn that into a point with my Marie Curie token. I guess I should put that over here maybe. No, I'll just keep it over here, doesn't matter. And then I'm done with that phase. This comes down here, that goes over there. All right, so if you have 1 journal, you get that. 2, you get radium. 3, you get a point, so we both get a point. Point and point. And then you can begin. 2 and 2. While I read. What is it? 1921. Trip to the U.S. In 1914, she actually did go serve in World War I.
Oh, that's cool.
She helped with the she served in the Red Cross. 1921, after the war, research at the Radium Institute struggled to resume due to the lack of resources. The Curie Foundation, created by the 2 leaders of the Radium Institute, developed to fund research work and enabled the application of discoveries on radioactivity to cancer treatment.
Okay, I collected resources.
Okay. So now you're in experimentation.
Right, so I can validate this with 3 gold.
Yeah, turning 3 gold into 1 radium. Well, 3 uranium into 1 radium. So flip that over. Then that gives you another point.
1 point.
There you go.
And then, okay, take this 2 not pitch black.
Pitch blend.
Pitch blend, and these 2 pitch blend to turn them into 2 gold.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And then I need to focus on points because we're about to end.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take these 2, 1 for 1.
Yep. Good.
And that's all. Then it comes to this,
Yep.
and that moves.
Yep. This comes over, flips over to that.
Oh, darling.
And then this comes here, which pushes that. Nothing happens 1925. But let's see, what does 1925 say? A reunion with Albert Einstein. It was in Geneva that Marie Curie met again with Albert Einstein, with whom she was involved in the International Committee on Intellectual Cooperation created by the League of Nations, the precursor to the United Nations for Science and for Peace. They had first met in 1911 at the Solvay Congress in Brussels, bringing together the world's leading scientists in the field of physics. Among the 24 attendees, Marie Curie was the only woman. In 1927, at the 5th Solvay Congress, the most famous one, Marie Curie was still the only woman among the 29 personalities. Moreover, 17 of these scientists had received or would receive a Nobel Prize.
That's crazy. That's some brilliant people in that
So now we're taking 4 of these, and dropping those in, and I'm just going to take all 4. And then it comes here. Let's see. I need to get this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of those will turn into 2 of these. And then these 4 will turn this over, and it'll give me this, which I already have it, but it'll give me a card up there that I want. Which I think I'll do... Dang it! Dang it! I don't want to do of them. So I already have 2. I'll just take this one. And since I have 2, that gives me a radium. And I will use these 2. Oh, this turned over. I will use these 2 radium to get a point using my Marie Curie thing. And it's Aiden. He's saying he's ready to go, probably. So your turn.
That's all right. It's the last turn. So Go get him.
Hello.
Did you move this? Turn off your mic. So I am going to not choose. Oh, I am going to flip over a card though. Okay. I'm going to choose to get a thesis instead. So, oh dear, that's not good. I think that means it moves forward and ends the game, but I get one more point. But I will check with Sam when he comes home. When he comes back. Tom says scoring seems really tight in this game. It is. I think we each. Sam, I think, probably has 10 points. I have about 8, I think. So that's what's going on. We wait, I think, because I don't know what to do with this. This is the card I got. And it has the time marker, and then it has a point. So I think it means that moves forward, which means the game ends, I think. And because I was the last person, he was the first, I think it would end right after, and I get 1 point. I think. But I still don't think it will be enough to beat Sam, because I think he has 10, and I have 8. So even with my 1 extra point, it will get me 9, and I don't have enough to convert there. So there's that. Yeah. But I like the fact that you're battling and it's still only like 10 points. So we are waiting. I think this means the time marker goes up and I get 1 point. But I don't know. I will climb over to the power seat. Mary Beth is traveling out here in August, or at least out west, not out here specifically. And said she did a cruise with her bestie, and that was awesome. I'm super jealous. I would love to have people that I could do that with, and time off from work. I don't have any more time off, but that's okay. I only work half days. Every day. So I think this just ends the game. Me getting 1 more point. Oh, I get 1 more. Oh, I might have tied him because I finished my thesis if this is it. That means I think we tied. Yes, that's exactly. I think you're right, Tom. I think we're gonna tie, which is very cool. But I just don't know what to do with this one. That's not the one. But what I love about these books is the scientific, like the actual cool information in it. And that's really, really neat. Same thing with In the Footsteps of Darwin. It has all the scientific things. And this this one has actually, on the book here, it has a whole page on understanding radioactivity. And it goes into the full scientific information. And that's amazing. So this is one of my favorite things about these games that we have, is the actual information. And that I really, really love. Really, really love. Okay, where's that piece that says, okay, Sam's coming back. We'll figure it out. What's
going on?
So I chose to do a thesis card instead of drawing pieces, which gave me this one.
Yep.
Which I think means this moves here.
Yes.
I get 1 point.
Yes.
Not from yours, from here. And then I get 1 point for completing all 4 theses.
Yes.
But because it moved it to the last one on my turn.
That's the end of the game.
That's the end of the game.
Because we have taken an equal number
of turns.
Yep.
So I think that means that. And I think that means I have a whopping 10 points. And I think you have a whopping 10 points.
That's correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But here's the thing. Look. I have 10. You have 10?
Yes, but you have 2. You have 1.
Oh, I have 11.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
I have 11. But here's the thing. You would have won the tiebreaker if
Right,
I
'cause
didn't
I
have
had-
this. Because you had these left over and I had nothing left over.
Yep. Love it.
Cool.
Got it. In the footsteps of Marie Curie.
In the footsteps of Marie Curie.
Switch your camera angle.
I did.
Oh, look at you.
I already did. It just has, we're behind.
We're behind a few seconds. Got
We're
it.
behind. Interesting. Huh.
I also showed the book, the appendix there. It shows 3 whole pages on understanding radioactivity at the back.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
I just
super
haven't,
cool.
I haven't got there. So after you read all of the entries
Yeah.
for each of the different
Yeah.
timelines, then it goes back to understanding radioactivity.
Yeah.
And it has
The
1,
scientific.
2, 3 pages on it.
That's super cool.
So that's really cool. It's one of the cool things that I like about these games.
Yeah, I do too.
Is that you can play the game. It's a fun game.
Yeah, super.
Of course, you're not going to read all of the entries every single time you play the game. I was being a little cheeky
I'm guessing
on that.
she died.
1934.
I'm guessing.
Let's see.
She died of radiation.
Death of Marie Curie
Yeah,
on July 4th, 1934
Yes.
in Passy, Marie, or Passy, I don't know how you pronounce that, P-A-S-S-Y. Marie Curie passed away at the age of 66 due to aplastic anemia caused by prolonged exposure to radiation throughout her years of research.
Anemia means you can't clot blood, right?
Correct.
Oof, that's
I
not
think
a good
so.
way to die.
Additionally, Marie Curie also kept a sample of radium on her bedside table as a night light. It glowed. If it glows, maybe not have it by your bedside.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, it also gives some some information about her children, her legacy, her laboratory turning into a museum, and then the 3 pages of understanding radioactivity.
That's really cool.
In the appendix.
Super tight game.
Close game, yes.
Super
Not
tight.
sure I would want to own it, but I would play. There you go. It was the cruise I was thinking of.
Yes.
I did a cruise with my bestie and it was awesome.
That would be
haven't gone
amazing.
yet. Asking about some things. Score seems really tight in this game.
Super
it
tight.
does.
Super tight.
You're probably going to, I would imagine, in a 2-player game, you're going to have higher scores than you would in a 3 or 4-player game.
Maybe, yeah.
I would imagine you'll have slightly lower, just by a couple of points.
Maybe.
In 3 to 4-player games, but maybe not. It just depends. I was 1 away from getting another point here, and
I was not.
but I like it.
I did too.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was neat.
I think this is a cool mechanism of keeping the. Did we have any more left in the cube tower? Oh yeah, there were
There's
a lot
quite a
in
few
there.
in there.
Goodness gracious. So, and I love cube towers. I just love cube towers.
Right. Oh,
So it's a really cool mechanism.
it makes things, random-y. Like,
Yeah. the resources that are available.
Yeah.
It randomizes. Yes.
You're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to get out of it. So I like it.
Still lived to 66 with all that radioactivity exposure.
Right?
Yep.
And
all right. Well, that is that. It took us an hour and a half altogether.
We were going really slow.
We were taking our time.
We got quite a few pulls away.
There was some there was some teaching involved.
Yeah.
It says 20 to 40 minutes. So I can't see this taking 20 minutes.
I could see it. I mean, if it was two of you and you've played it and you know what you're doing, maybe
20
40
minutes though?
Maybe 40.
Please.
But we also got pulled away quite a bit. So
yeah, we did. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals tomorrow on the flip side. I don't know yet what we're playing.
Am I playing with you?
I got to talk to JT. I don't know. We haven't made those decisions
If we're not
yet.
playing, I take a nap.
We're going to, if I don't schedule it tonight, I'll schedule it in the morning. It just depends on, well, I got to talk to JT. I got to see what's going on. So, but we will have a live stream tomorrow. We will have a live stream tomorrow. Just be ready for that. See you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Bye.